Hello, everybody, and welcome to Koth.0. I am your host, Nick Rennard, and today we are going to be running a modern daily with Jund. And you can see from the last video, I've made some changes. I haven't touched any of the removal or the Inquisition Thoughtseize package. But I did cut back on some of the lingering souls. I put a Liliana to the sideboard, and I'm actually mainboarding two Kitchen Finks now. Due to the fact that we're having some issues. I really like Kitchen Finks in the mirror, and we are also having some issues with aggro. Before we only had two in the sideboard, which you still see here, but now we have two in the main board. I also added an extra Spellskite, and I cut a Thoughtseize. I don't know what I think. Maybe I cut a Rakdos Charm. I forget what else I cut out of the sideboard. But I think that's pretty much what we've changed about the deck. We kind of geared it up more for Jund mirrors and also for aggro matchups by adding the Kitchen Finks. But yeah, this thing isn't going to get started here for another 5 minutes or so. So I'm going to go ahead and pause it. While we wait, I'm going to go over quickly about what we're running in Standard, and this is almost an exact copy of Reed Duke's Dark Band list that he was running, but this is the deck that we are currently working with in Standard. We've made a couple changes, but overall the main board's almost exactly the same. We changed up the mana base a little bit, getting access to Watery Grave and Godless Shrine for the Nephalia Drownyard strategy is definitely a help, but this deck didn't get a lot of main deck help, and we took out the main deck Rest in Peace because we just don't know if that's going to be the tech that we want to use, and we just added our fourth Augur because we've been having a lot of success with Augur. We also took out a Dissipate. That was there a lot for like those stupid Omnidor Thragfire matchups and also Control matchups. It's fine, but a lot of people are running the Human Cavern Boros aggro right now, so Dissipate's a little weaker in the main board, so we replaced it with a Terminus. So far this deck has been doing insanely well. Thragtusk is still the nuts in Standard, and so is Sphinx's Revelation. So don't be fooled that with Gatecrash getting printed, I know we were predicting a lot of change, but I think that Bant, or the Shell of Bant, is still going to be one of the more dominant strategies in Standard. And yeah, we'll go ahead and wait for this Modern Daily to get started, because I'll probably be doing another video of running this deck through a Standard Daily once Gatecrash gets released online. But until then, let's play some Modern. Okay, and here we go with round one. We will most certainly play first, and this seems like a perfectly keepable hand, so new. Let's see what our opponent does. I like warning people that I'm making these videos because a lot of the times like a video will overlap and I'm just sitting there for a minute doing nothing, and they do that whole like, are you there thing, and yeah. And it's advertisement, right? And it seems like he's the one who's AFK. Okay, there he is. We're gonna lead off with an Inquisition here. Red deck wins, huh? Bump, Hillspark. Interesting. Well, Goyf is very good here. We definitely don't want to take the Hellspark. Lavamancer seems like it's the best card here, just because he can keep nugging us. Kind of want to take the bump because it makes our Goyf bigger, but he's probably going to bump us anyways, so yeah, he's definitely going to. I'm just going to take this Lavamancer. Goyf will be a 3-4. And we'll probably just fetch up a forest with this. We won't have our white for the Lingering Souls if we draw it. If we do draw the Lingering Souls, it might be more of a consideration to... Okay, that's a useless card. Yeah, we'll just dig up the green and the Darmagoyf. To my face. So he ripped that Rift Bolt and bumps us. What all did he have in hand again? Scalding Tarn, which we just saw, Arid Mesa, which we saw, bump. So he has another bump in hand, so if we do Thoughtseize him, we actually kind of reduce the damage, which seems fine if we're... Oh, Inquisition's way better. Yeah, let's get in there with that Inquisition. And you cannot have bump. And pass turn. Yeah, I don't want to do anything here. Sure. And let's go ahead and bash, and I'm actually just going to bolt him. I want an instant in the graveyard. I'm really surprised there's not one in there yet, but... We're just going to be killing him as fast as possible. Bob. I think I'm fine with Bob. Yeah, he jumps there. He'll play Hellspark, we'll Abrupt Decay it. This game is probably over. Even if he plays another Chumper for the Goyfs, we can Abrupt Decay it as well. Yeah. Alright, game 2. Good thing we geared our deck more towards aggro. So what's bad here? Pulse isn't very good. Thoughtseize is awful. Spellskeet is pretty sweet. Kitchen Finks is fine. Terminate and Abrupt Decay aren't bad. He's playing the good version of Red Deck Wins with fetches and probably Searing Blazes and all that stuff. Inquisitions are not insane, especially on the draw. It was fine there, the Inquisitions, but they didn't do a ton. They just kind of like one for one. The Jund Charm, I'm considering maybe take it out for like a Dark Confidant. Go by name. I definitely want to be doing that as a sideboard. Bob isn't very insane in this matchup. I mean, he's something that they can just kill if they want to, and he also just does damage to you, which is... Maybe we just want Inquisitions instead of Bob. Like, if we take out all 4 Bobs and put in like that... I'm not a huge fan of Liliana. So maybe take out like a Liliana and 2 Bobs. I guess the Inquisition isn't terrible, because as long as we hit something in the early turns, then it's kind of like a healing salve, just gain some life. And we'll take out like 1 more Bob. I'm not sure about taking out the Bob, but I'd have to play this matchup some more, but that's why we're here, right? That seems fine. Our win condition in this matchup is generally just going to be like Goyf or Finks. Goyf is a monster in this matchup, so I think that's fine. This hand seems playable. No. It's got a 1 and a 2 drop and even a 3 drop if the Deathrite lives, which they generally don't, but I like the inclusion of that.